Hey everybody, KC here. So I had a retailer say something really interesting to me the other day. He said, people ask me all the time if I'm worried about tariffs. I'm actually a lot more worried about Ozempic. Now I get that. The Ozempic economy, in which this apparent wonder drug is able to affect not just how much people eat, but what they eat, and therefore what they buy at the store, has enormous implications for the food industry. And we've talked a lot about the Ozempic economy here on Morning Newsbeat. Michael Sansolo has been banging that drum almost as long as the drug has existed. But now I can offer up a little bit of personal testimony. For the past month, I've been on Rybelsus, which is basically a pill version of Ozempic. It's a GLP-1 drug that I take every day. And in the past month, I've lost 10 pounds. I'd like to lose at least another 10. And here's the deal. I mean, I've had weight issues all my life. I've been as high as 240 and I've been as low as 185 as an adult. And but as I've gotten older, it's a lot harder to lose weight. And because I've got arthritis in both my knees and my hips, my jogging habit is sort of, I jogged for 50 years, but that's not really possible anymore. But Rybelsus has really been amazing. And I suspect that when I go to my doctor in a couple of weeks and get a checkup, I suspect all of my blood work is going to look really, really good. But the thing is, it has affected the food that I eat and the food that I buy. In fact, Mrs. Content Guy has been complaining that because there's a narrower range of things that actually appeal to me, when I go do the shopping, there just isn't nearly as much food around the house. Cashy organic blueberry cluster cereal and blueberries mixed into Greek vanilla non-fat yogurt, well, those are like two of the things that only really appeal to me. It actually takes some work for me to eat enough food. I'm just not hungry. I still do have, I have to say, I have a glass of wine at night. Rybelsus hasn't killed the fact of my love of wine. And listen, I'll be honest here. I'm not entirely happy with how I feel about food at the moment, but it may be the price of good health and longevity. Here's the deal. 12% of U.S. adults have been on a GLP-1 drug, and 6% of U.S. adults are on it right now. And I suspect that's only going to grow unless they find out something really horrible about these GLP-1 drugs. But the retailer was right. In the long run, Ozempic may actually have a bigger impact on his business than tariffs. But it's also not just retailers, right? This is part of a broader challenge that's also facing suppliers. The New York Times just had a story about that. I quote, "Consumer behavior is shifting at a tough time for the food and beverage industry. Ingredient and labor costs remain high. The on-again, off-again tariff situation in the Trump administration is disrupting supply chains and could send costs higher. Likewise, new pushes by the administration, such as dumping artificial colors for natural ones in foods and beverages, are creating uncertainties and potentially greater expenses. And the food giants are watching small, nimble companies that make healthier food and beverages gain consumers' attention through social media and other direct marketing campaigns." Listen, here's the deal. It's all a moving target, but that means it requires businesses to move too. The same old ways of doing business simply won't cut it. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.